Hey again, and we want to continue with our theme of the list because we've been having fun reading through the list.
But this over time, our kitchen table.
Yeah. But this time, what we want to do is have a look at who's on the list. Because, like we said before, we're noticing quite a few more younger people on the list, and also people from more of a tech world. And that's one of the things we often say. This is if you want to be a multimillionaire or a billionaire, then this is the world to be in.
Well.
Here's your proof.
Can I just qualify that if you want to do it quick?
If you want
so there's a lot of people in here that have done it over a long time and they're self-made. But what's really noticeable this year is the young people that are on here, they've seemingly come out of nowhere. There's couples on there we've never even heard of. And they've just done it within 5 years. They're on the rich 250 list.
So let's start with them, I reckon. Let's start with the couple that did it in 5 years, and good on them. They're from Adelaide, and here they are. She's only 27. Where are we?
Kayla and Toby. Lovely young couple there.
And they started out with, was it an ebook?
An ebook called The Bikini Body.
The Bikini Body.
Bikini Body Guide.
Okay.
The classic ebook, like what we teach. That's the sort of thing that we make money off online. Theirs went particularly well because they
haven't made it to $500 million yet,
but one of the interesting things that worked for them. This is because this is the difference between us and Liz and I and these guys. We don't use social media. They use social media. Maybe we should have with their ebook. It went nuts, and they turned it into an app. Yeah. And so it's now just a membership site, $19.95 a month. And
they've got how many members? But it's just been valued at just under $500 million. So what legends from Adelaide? Go kids! And was she 27? The other one I loved to read about was the couple who started Invato Market. So if you haven't heard of that, basically they started a marketplace where designers and people who are building WordPress themes could list those themes for sale. So instead of, again, it's that idea, and here's another tip for if you're wanting to make money in this marketplace, it's like the gold rush. The people who actually made the money in the gold rush wasn't the people digging for gold, it was the people who sold the shovels. And the wood and the food and all the other stuff that all the people who were digging needed. So these guys, awesome.
Described as the Netflix for web designers.
Yeah, they basically created a marketplace where people could list the themes and plugins and things that they were developing for sale. So get them out to market. That's $600 million.
Yeah.
Go fellas.
Well, the other interesting one for us too is a young guy that started out he became one of the top sellers on eBay for jewelry. And we've talked about that niche before, jewelry niche. So, but anyway, talk about friends and stuff. He's out on a walk it says in here, he was just walking in the streets and his neighbour had a chat to him, who was an investment banker type guy. And he just said, what are you up to these days? And they got talking, and so they started a business, and you may have heard of this one, only a few years ago, Afterpay.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how it got started. So pretty cool. And go dudes, and now they're in here.
In the rich list.
Pretty impressive. And he's in his 20s, and the other gentleman that his neighbour.
Yeah, gentleman. He's
my age. He's in his late 40s. So he's getting old, isn't he?
And of course, number 4 and 5 on the list, in the multi-billionaires, are the guys who founded Atlassian software company.
There you go. SaaS.
Software as a SaaS, so software as a service.
Just being constantly sold every month for a fee. So it's kind of like a glorified, the ultimate version of a membership site. You're selling software
as a service where you roped people in. Hey, have you noticed, isn't it interesting how Microsoft, they saw all this happening and they went, hey, we're selling CDs with our thing on it.
Yeah, for like $300 a year or something.
And well, no, but you buy it once and then you have membership to it. Have you noticed now that we all have to pay for all our Microsoft stuff ongoing year after year after year? So they've transferred over to the membership model, which is a great model.
Have you noticed something else really interesting about that, Liz?
What?
Since they implemented that model, if you took the time to look at their share price, you would notice that their share price has just gone ka-chung.
Yes.
So biggest company on the planet
today. But that's actually a really good lesson, and I know we're going slightly off topic, but...
we are talking about the richest companies on the planet now.
Well, yeah, and how do you make that happen? It is interesting that one of the ways to value a business, when you come to valuing a business, one of the big factors is, okay, how likely is this business's income to keep going? And if you've got everyone on a membership site paying X amount per month, you can see how many people are on there, how many people drop off each month, how many new people you need to get on per month. It makes the figures very, very attractive.
Well, case in point, the beautiful young couple, Kayla and Toby from Adelaide, they're worth 500 million, and it can be valued at that because you can look at the monthly membership fees that they're making.
And it's also ultimately scalable. So just the more people you get in there, the bigger it grows, the bigger, more profits there are. And really, scalability-wise, as you get 1,000 members versus 10,000 members, probably doesn't need that much different.
Well, and hopefully pointing out the obvious though, but the field we're in, like Kayla and Toby, the internet, it lets you scale things infinitely. Well, maybe not infinitely, but you've got a worldwide market. As evidence, these couple, they're from Adelaide. Most of their market though is in America. That's where the vast majority of their market is, and it's just huge. They don't have to be there. It happens at night while they're asleep because they're just selling this app over and over.
Very nice. So there you go. There's some more inspiration from the list. And if you can get hold of a copy, I'd highly recommend. It's something that's worth looking through every year to just get some inspiration and see what's happening out there in the marketplace. So check it out. We'll see you then next time.